I want to share with you what I think is a very special moment from a movie I watched in 2021. You might have heard of it when it came out. It's called Belle, and it's directed by Mamoru Hosoda, who directed Wolf Children and many other films, very popular director in Japan. When I came out of the cinema, I thought, that was a decent movie. We thought the musical numbers were really nice. It wasn't my favorite movie of the year or anything, but there was this one scene that had everyone in the cinema howling with laughter. And in no other part of the movie were they this energetic. I could sense the energy was just elevated. We all came out remembering that scene. I went and found it for you. I want to share it with you. There are some great character animation lessons in there. So before I hit play on this, there's a bit of context you need to know. We've got these three characters that I need to introduce you to in case you don't know the story. Suzu is the main character. She's not very popular in school. She's a bit of a wallflower in school. In her spare time, she makes music, and she actually got really good at making music. Online, she goes by this alias of Belle, a very famous singer online, but under an alias and a different persona. That's Suzu. This is the most popular girl in school. I don't know her name in the movie, I can't remember it, but Suzu idolizes her, sees her as being so popular and, oh, I could never talk to her, she's way too cool for me. But she ends up, through circumstance, talking to her and realizes that she's actually a really down-to-earth character and they get along really well, they become really good friends. And then there's this character. He's like this jock character who's a bit goofy. He's tall and lanky and he wears these ridiculous Crocs. He's kind of shown as being way too goofy to have any girls like being interested in him. He's also friends with Suzu. Just before this scene, the really popular girl says that she has a crush on this really goofy off-the-wall jock character. So those are the three characters. These two characters meet for the first time.
じゃあ今度その思い出の小学校に連れてって。うん、また来るね。うん。あ、神神。
おっと。
あ。応援してます。
応援？
近見くんの。
応援。応援してくれるってことはさ、渡辺さん、俺のことちょっとは好きってことかな。嘘だよ嘘、冗談冗談。あれ？だって俺女に好きって言われたことないし。
今言われたりさ。
She still does that.
そっか。
嬉しくないの？
嬉しい。
Completely off screen now.
What? 俺女と何話していいか分かんない。
何でもいいよ。ありがとうとか頑張るよとか。
Look at the walk. Pay attention to the walk. Really stiff.
渡辺さん。
はい。
普段何してるの？
音楽。近見くんはどんなの聞くの？
ベルとか。
あ、ベルすごい聞く。
マジで？一緒じゃん。
あんな風に歌えたらいいなってずっと憧れてて。笑うかもしれないけどちょっと似てるって言われるし。
うん、めっちゃ似てる。
自意識過剰だけど。
うん、マジで似てる。あれ？なんで？親戚でしょ。
I love how that scene is just one wide shot. We just stay on the wide shot. We get to see them walk in and out of the frame. So at some point, he's just gone. And then he's just got to march his way back in. It's where he's all tensed up. And you see her, and she's not being redrawn. She's just like this for, I don't know, for a minute straight. She's just got the same pose. And there are these just pauses that are just like excruciating. You know, I have a tendency to just make everything to look elegant, flowy and elegant and majestic. It depends. It depends on the context. You know, there's a time and place for elegant movement, and there's also a time and place for just like awkward, unnatural walks. And this is a perfect example of that, but just timed right. I think there's a lot of lessons in there that we can learn from. One basic idea around human movement is what part of the body are you leading with? Are you leading with the head, like in this example? You can see that it has this kind of probing feel. A lot of the time, my cat used to do this. Birds also do this. Birds have a very dexterous head usually that also acts as an arm in a way. It picks things up and moves things. So you see it a lot with cats and birds. But it gives the movement a certain flavor, very sensitive and deliberate. Here I'm leading with the center of the body, the shoulders, the chest, the hips, and then just letting the limbs follow. Very popular with modern dancers, and of course I'm exaggerating it here, but it has quite a free, flowy, floppy, unconscious feel, almost involuntary. Will also show itself in subtler ways, and incorporating it can be the key to showing elegant, majestic movements. Now, the thing I love about this walk they developed for this shot is that it's exactly what they tell you not to do when you're in animation class. The poor guy is so flustered that he forgets how to walk, and it has to kind of will each of his limbs to do what he wants them to do. The torso is rigid and upright, while the feet lead the movement, practically dragging him forwards. Limbs extended in front typically is a defensive posture to protect the body from harm, so it's quite funny to see him in a fight stance when he asks a question like, what is your favorite hobby, to a girl. If you're watching this from like your phone or something at home, you probably won't have been laughing like as much as the people in the audience, but when your film gets shown in front of a crowd audience, certain scenes like that, an audience stops eating the popcorn, stops sipping their drinks, and actually is listening and is like really paying attention. This is one of those scenes. If you're someone who wants to direct your own films, it's really useful to actually sit in the audience as your film is being shown. You will get a feel. What gets the rise out of people? What makes them stop with their distractions and actually really focus and sit forward in their seats? I'm gonna plug my courses here. And yeah, talk to you soon in the next one. If you want to make animations of your own, Mastering Motion is an advanced online animation course designed to train you in techniques that go far beyond the principles of 2D animation. Advanced techniques like 3D hand-drawn camera movement, fight choreography, effects animation, character animation, as well as my reference process. If that sounds a bit too advanced for you, if you're a beginner, then I've got you covered as well with my Getting Started in 2D Animation course. This one lays the foundations of everything you need to make your own animated films. That includes drawing principles, animation principles, storyboarding principles, and the rendering process. And this is all in one place. No need to hunt down obscure videos in distant corners of the internet. We build you up with animation exercises that grow in complexity as you learn more. It's a course that will help you to develop the ability to fully realize on the screen whatever crazy ideas are going on in your head. Go to animatorguild.com to learn more about these. The link is in the description and pinned in the top comment of this video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.